So for this video I'm going to be doing two of the sort of better known ones in England. So the Croglin Grange one that comes from Cumberland in the north of England, and the very famous, should I say infamous, Highgate vampire. Do intend, when everything's died down a bit, because it's only a short journey into sort of London from where I am, to do sort of like a tour of Highgate. More so because I also am curious. When you're younger, you don't really take these sort of things in, and you don't appreciate, the history of these sort of places. Now that I'm older, I have more of a sort of interest and respect for these things. And for those of you who are obviously too far away or incapable of coming over here, it might give you like a nice little virtual tour of the place. Alright, so on with it then. Coming from Cumberland in the northern part of England, the story first appeared back in the 1890s, although many believe it dates back to the 17th century. So this tale is more about Miss Amelia Cranswell, who awoke one night and saw two burning lights from her window on Croglin Grange. She shut the latch on her window in fear and crawled into her bed, only soon to be awoken to this awful, terrible sight, burning red eyes of a towering, looming figure glaring through her window at her. It began to pick at the framing around the window and eventually let itself in through the bit that it pushed through after picking through. She was absolutely terrified with fright to the point where she couldn't scream. The creature came over and grabbed her by the hair and sunk its teeth into the flesh of her throat. Piercing screams eventually alerted her brothers, who broke down her door only to find her lying on her bed, absolutely shaken, pale, and bleeding profusely from her neck. Obviously, she'd been bitten in the throat. While one brother stayed to try and put pressure on the wound to stop the bleeding, the other tried to chase the beast, but soon lost it. She did survive and was taken to Switzerland to recover. The boys swore their revenge and soon returned to Croglin Grange to lay a trap for the fiend, with his sister as bait. The creature did return, but fled once more into the darkness, wailing, and the next day a band of people took upon themselves to the graveyard, only to find a disturbed crypt. Inside each coffin was smashed and filled with gnawed-on bones, all except one, which when opened, the very same fiend lay inside. The skin brown and papery, and the body filled with gunshot wounds. Group took the corpse outside and burnt it to ash. Max, can you behave? Sorry guys, it's the Mac cat. He loves to be very involved with these. So, on to the infamous Highgate vampire. London's return, or revenants, claim to fame began when dead animals, completely drained of their blood, mainly foxes, started to appear in Highgate Cemetery. Soon, sightings of a tall, grey, shadowy figure began to emerge, and these accounts snowballed and very quickly turned to one eyewitness's report being transfixed by the creature's strange stare, becoming so confused that they'd struggled to find their way out of the burial ground, soon completely so petrified as the figure stood before them again, only to disappear into thin air without inflicting harm. Two vampire hunters soon swarmed the cemetery, digging up a number of graves. Heritage buffs and conservationists were of course in turmoil about this, terrified that the cemetery's monuments could be harmed and burials desecrated. There was a campaign for the site to be locked at night, so unlike other returns, this body was neither burned nor decapitated. While sightings soon faded into history and myth, maybe the Highgate vampire could still be lurking, winding its way through the mausoleums and brambles, hunting for creatures in the dark. Well, when everything's lifted and I'm able to go there, maybe I'll find out for you guys. Who knows, we might find some evidence to support the actual existence of this Highgate monster as it lurks in the darkness. Who knows? It'll be a fun little adventure for all of us then. Maybe I'll live stream it. Could always do a live stream. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Live stream it or just video it.